Hello everyone, I am Amanda Hagan, at least I was last time I checked, and with me is Arnikarian, who is our newest minion, and this was the first episode he filmed.
Yay!
Or was it? Aftermath and GN Fighter Space were filmed back to back, so one was filmed and then the other one was filmed, and then we went back to the first one and then went back to the second one. They were filmed at the same time. So here we go, Aftermath. You don't remember anything about this, do you?
I really don't. All I can remember is Thomas the Tank Engine jokes.
It wasn't Thomas the Tank Engine jokes, it was just using it in place of footage of people having sex with corpses.
Making Thomas the Tank Engine jokes.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, this was the second one we filmed.
You.
This is the second one we filmed because the first one we filmed I had the X on my face.
Oh, I remember the X with the sellotape button.
Yeah, that worked out. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah. And your lighting has got a lot darker since this.
Sometimes darker, sometimes lighter. It depends. Because the way we set up the shots, it looks different. So I have to work with what we've got to try and make it look good and interesting, which is fucking difficult.
Owen Citizen's cameos.
Yep. Owen is awesome.
Oh, I remember this now.
Yeah, you get killed in this. You're the no, you were censoring in the other one.
Yes.
This one you get shot, and then you were doing your Barry White voice, then you get replaced by Janelle.
Ah, the Barry White voice. That's how she asked me to do that voice, by the way. It's wonderful.
Yeah, this minion. This was, I believe, this was the first things we filmed after Faust, because you saw Faust and you became a fan.
Yes.
And that hat was bought for Faust, so it wasn't used in a minion until after Faust. So I'm convinced this was just after Faust.
Isn't it great? There's probably a fan out there that knows more about this.
Probably. And you should speak up a wee bit, probably.
Sorry.
Because our audio is quite low because of shitness and evilness.
Grr, shitness.
Yay, gamers too. The whole idea behind this episode was for me to... Okay, I was asked... I decided to join this Abandoned Salvation collaboration, which actually never went anywhere. This was the only video that was done for it, I think. But basically the guy tried a Russian roulette review type thing of people suggest a film and then he mixes and matches people to films. So I got Thomas and the Magic Railroad. And I did not want to review Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Partly because I didn't want to, and partly because the DVD copy I had would not extract to my computer. So rather than have to deal with that, I came up with this idea to try to avoid reviewing Thomas and the Magic Railroad and do Aftermath instead. Partly because I wanted to play with the conventions of the internet review genre, which is what I'm doing. Whether it's a funny form of play, I don't know, but it's certainly amusing to me. Does any of that make sense?
It makes sense to me. Whether or not it makes sense to the audience, we'll find out eventually.
Well, you got two camera, you've got clip from the film, and you've got joke clips. So the idea was Aftermath is replaced by footage of Thomas, and then every reference joke I make is replaced from footage of Gamer's Darkness Rising. Except for the one joke which does go through, that's Family Guy.
I remember I used to be a fan of this whenever I was younger, just the Thomas the Tank Engine series. It was awful.
The special effects in that were terrible. The smoke was clearly way too big for the size of trains they're supposed to be.
Oh, hi, Janelle.
This was, I believe, her last appearance as a minion because she moved out not long after this.
Oh well. Oh, that was fantastic acting. That's absolutely...
I'm surprised she remembered the entire speech.
Well, speeches aren't good for minions. Minions have very small brains.
Fucking speeches. I fucking hate them. Kikiriku.
You can't use a lightsaber.
Do you not lightsaber?
It's not even the same system.
Yeah, I have... The one thing I don't like about this one is the obvious lighting change between the shots of Hagan and the shots of the minions. That was done because we use interior lighting, and there's a cycle of the amount of yellow in the light, and you can't really pick up on it when you're sitting in the room yourself because it takes so long, and because it's nearly invisible to the human eye. but whenever you're filming it, the computer picks it up and the camera picks it up.
I don't mind it though. I think it makes a nice distinction. I think we could just pretend that we did that to make it look like the minions were like standing over there when you're right in front of the camera.
No, suppose, but I prefer the look to be uniform. Like once in the Left Behind review, the look was so very not uniform that that's why I made it black and white, because you're able to disguise the color differences if you get rid of the saturation. On my latest reviews, I've tended to cut down the saturation while making it darker, which helps disguise it as well. So the thing about this one is I was going for a look of extreme saturation and darkness, but also extreme bright white, and it really it brings the effect gets shown up very easily. Yeah. Well, whenever you're doing the color correction, you've got several different levels. You've got saturation, you've got white, you've got black, and you've got medium. So you can alter each of them to create a different mix. So I took everything that was over a certain level of brightness and I made it really bright. And I took everything that was below a certain point and made it really dark, and then I did something to medium. And saturation, I made it really bright.
Was this the review that we filmed where I had suggested getting a large red button?
Possibly, I can't remember the context of that.
I remember discussing a large red button in one of the earliest reviews for something. Can't remember what it was. You said no.
Well, I think we would need to get a large button. Oh, reference to Squirrel Girl, who finally turned up in Manuel 5.
Trippy.
And you know the most horrific thing about editing this review was having to find the footage of Thomas the Magic Railroad that looked like something interesting was happening for each clip.
Oh dear God, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I wasn't actually watching the film, I was just skipping through the footage going, oh, it looks interesting, is that the right length? Yeah, I'll put that in there.
This is a long speech for a minion.
Yeah, I don't know how I should remember that. But, oh, the green face paint.
Oh, yeah. That didn't wash off very well.
Yeah, 3 people have worn it. Teddy, myself, and Neil, who plays the tech minion, have all worn it at different points, and it does not wash off. Even if it washes off, it leaves you with a slight green pallor, which makes you look like you're really sick.
It did. We went for a meal after recording this, and you just looked incredibly ill because of the green tint.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the joke at the end of this involving the green. I like that because
the screaming there is actually 2 separate minions screaming because I'm not really sure. I think Janelle only did a little bit of screaming, and then Nicola was screaming to show her what it should be like, and Janelle wouldn't do any more, so I edited them together.
Oh well, Janelle and Nicola sound alike anyway.
A lot of people think they're the same person.
Yeah. We'd like to reiterate that point. Janelle and Nicola are not the same person.
And a couple of people have actually thought that Janelle and or Nicola was Omega, which just makes the whole thing even more confusing.
But Omega's American.
And so's Janelle. But
Janelle's not really American.
Yes,
She's been here too long.
She's been here for like 4 years.
Yeah, it's too long.
But but Omega is American in America.
Yeah. Yay! Take a shot at the rib. It took me so long to catch on to that, even as a fan. It was ridiculous. Just every time someone said take a shot, I was like, what? What the fuck happened to your face?
Well, you really got to see the turkey shoot review to understand the origin of it, but I think it's fairly explanatory. Every time it's something to do with rape, you take a shot.
Oh no, it's incredibly obvious. I just didn't get it.
Well, you won't get it until you see Turkey Shoot.
I have seen Turkey Shoot.
You get it now?
I had seen Turkey Shoot at this point.
Oh, okay.
I completely missed it.
Oh, okay. That's a bit silly. Abracadabra are gonna be mine. And how many of you did think I made Aftermath up? Because I fucking didn't. I have it on DVD.
No, this film exists. It's all IMDb.
From all walks of life are on their way to Reviewtopia, Internet's city of the future. Our scientists have been working around the clock to bring you the absolute finest in handcrafted reviews, humor, and entertainment to please the eyes and ears of every man, woman, and child. Everything you need will be found right here in Reviewtopia. Operators are standing by to reserve your spot and keep you in touch with our team of reviewers. Blast off into the future of internet reviewing entertainment at Reviewtopia!